Chapter 927. When Lady Richard realized that her dream of moving into and living in the villa at Beacon Top was completely shattered, she really hated Elaine to death. Moreover, Elaine dared to be so haughty and arrogant in front of her as she insulted and reprimanded her so viciously. This made the old lady feel very resentful towards her. For Lady Richard, the last thing that she wanted was to see Elaine escaping from an abyss of suffering, but Elaine was actually about to be released now. If Elaine was about to be released from this place, then this was really her last chance to deal with her and teach her a lesson then. If she missed out on this opportunity, then she might not have a chance to do so again in the future. Therefore, the old lady completely disregarded her old age and physical frailty, and she raised her leg as high as she could before she slammed her foot down on Elaine's knee. When she heard the cracking sound, Elaine could not help but let out a tragic scream. She felt a sharp and severe pain in her leg. Her leg must be broken. Lady Richard was very excited when she succeeded in breaking Elaine's leg in one single blow. However, since her body movements were too great, she could not stand firmly and she slipped and fell to the ground directly. Lady Richard hit her coccyx directly as she fell to the ground, and the pain caused her to scream out in pain, "Ouch! Ouch!" However, Elaine was obviously in a much more miserable state. When she saw her right knee bending in the opposite direction, she could only scream out in pain, "Ah! My leg! My leg is broken!" The prison guard heard the commotion in the cell and she yelled, "What's wrong? What is going on inside?" When everyone heard this, they hurriedly stopped what they were doing and they quickly stepped aside. Brabus took a look at Elaine's leg and she smiled smugly as she said, "Ha ha ha. This bitch was bragging about the fact that she was about to be released from this detention center and she still wanted to humiliate the old lady. However, she broke her own leg instead. I think that she really deserves it." After she was done speaking, Brabus hurriedly helped Lady Richard up as she brought her out of the toilet. Elaine cried out loudly, "Prison guard! Please come and save me. My leg is broken." The prison guard had already arrived at the toilet door at this time. She saw Elaine's tragic situation as soon as she stepped into the toilet. She frowned as he asked everyone, "What are all of you trying to do?" Brabus stood up before she said, "I don't know." The old lady went to the toilet because she wanted to use the toilet. However, Elaine tried to hit her but she slipped and fell instead. That is how she ended up this way. Lady Richard also endured the pain that she was feeling before she said, "Yes. This beast tried to hit me and my coccyx is already broken now. I am in so much pain I feel like I am about to die." Elaine yelled out loud, "You are lying. You guys were the ones who broke my leg." Brabus sneered before she said, "What evidence do you have? There are more than 20 people here who saw you trying to attack the old lady. You still want to quibble and argue with us over this matter?" Elaine pointed at the crowd of people before she cried out, "You guys were the ones who beat me up and broke my leg collectively." The prison guard frowned. She knew that it was impossible for a normal person to break their leg for no reason at all during a trip to the toilet. Therefore, Elaine's leg was obviously broken because of these inmates in the cell. However, it would be easy for her to handle the situation if this was done by a single person. However, if all of them were in on it, then it was almost impossible for her to get to the bottom of this matter. First of all, it was impossible for her to deal with all of the inmates. Secondly, it would be very troublesome for her to get these inmates to confess which one of them was involved in beating Elaine up. She would have to isolate each and every one of these inmates and bring them out for interrogation, one by one. As she thought about this, she suddenly said, "Okay, Elaine. If this continues any further, then you will not be able to leave the detention center today. If you really want us to conduct an investigation to get to the bottom of this matter, then you will have to wait a long time before you are released."